Hey there, future Darwin Award nominees! Today I'm going to tell you about people who watched movies and thought, I can totally do that! What could go wrong? And then, well, found out exactly what could go wrong. 1. The Superman Wannabe. Let's start with a classic that'll make you go, oh no! Back in the 1970s, a young kid watched Superman. With flawless child logic, he thought, cape makes you fly. I wear cape, I fly too. So he tied his parents' towel around his neck and jumped off the balcony. From his family's first-floor balcony. The silver lining here, the kid was seriously injured but survived. But wait, the story doesn't end there. His younger brother thought this was an excellent idea. You know that, if Big Brother does it, I should too mentality. Unfortunately, the height was a bit more this time, and the child lost his life. Real heroes don't wear capes, kids. They wear life insurance. 2. The Fast and Furious Tribute. In 2015, our young friend in California was devastated when he heard about Paul Walker's death. How did he mourn? By speeding, of course. The logic is impeccable. Paul Walker died while speeding, so I'll honor his memory by speeding. Ladies and gentlemen. 2015 modern thinking at its finest. He and his friends went outside the city and started drifting. That is, until they lost control and hit a tree. Similar to the crash that killed Paul Walker, the car caught fire. Irony level, 1110. Tribute level, questionable, 10. 3. The Matrix, chosen one. In 2003, a man binge-watched the Matrix trilogy. Now pay attention, this story is a bit more special. Our friend was deeply impressed by the bullet-dodging scenes, and he thought, maybe I'm in the Matrix too. Maybe I can dodge bullets too. What's the most logical way to test this? Ask your friend to shoot you, obviously. His friend said, you do you, bro, and became the trigger man. Spoiler alert, he couldn't dodge the bullet. He wasn't Neo. He was just deceased. The Matrix may have you, but physics definitely had him. 4. The Twilight Vampire. The Twilight Saga is at peak popularity. Teenage girls are swooning over sparkly vampires. But our story isn't about a teenage girl. A 19-year-old guy in Arizona became obsessed with vampires. We're talking, I want to be immortal like Edward Cullen level obsessed. So what did he do? He found someone online who claimed to be a real vampire and asked them to turn him. This real vampire, spoiler, just a disturbed individual, told him that to become immortal, he needed to experience death first. Makes total sense, right? So they planned a ritual where our Twilight fan would be strangled to the point of death and then brought back. Plot twist. The bringing back part didn't happen. Turns out you can't respawn in real life. Who knew? The only thing that sparkled here was the sheer stupidity. PSA. Still breathing? Still have all your limbs? Fantastic. Reward yourself by subscribing. It's free, doesn't require jumping off buildings, and significantly increases your chances of staying alive. Drop a comment if you've ever had a I could totally do that movie stunt thought. Be honest, we're all friends here, who judge each other. 5. The Jackass Copycat. Remember the Jackass movies? Those guys doing insanely dangerous stunts but with professional safety measures nobody sees on camera? Well, this 2008 story is about someone who forgot that second part. A group of British teens decided to film their own Jackass video. The stunt, setting each other on fire and jumping into a pool. Because if Johnny Knoxville can survive it, so can they, right? Wrong. So very wrong. One of the teens used way too much lighter fluid. When they lit him up, the flames were much bigger than expected. He panicked, ran the wrong direction, away from the pool, and by the time his friends caught up to him, the burns were fatal. Steve-O probably has nightmares about this, and he's done some really questionable stuff. Halfway through, and you're still here? You absolute legend! Smash that like button like it owes you money. 6. The Grand Theft Auto Gamer. Our next story takes us to Thailand in 2008. A teenager was really into Grand Theft Auto, like unhealthily into it. He was playing for 10+ hours a day, completely immersed in the game's world. One day, he decided real life was boring and GTA was more fun. So he grabbed a knife and attempted to rob a taxi driver, just like in the game. Here's the thing about real life. NPCs fight back. The taxi driver wasn't having it and defended himself. A struggle ensued, and our teenage protagonist ended up being the one who didn't make it. Respawn button, not found. Continue game, unavailable. Game over, permanent. 7. The Hunger Games. Archer. The Hunger Games franchise is massive. Everyone wants to be Katniss Everdeen, including a 13-year-old girl who got a bow and arrow set for Christmas. So far, so innocent, right? Well, she decided to practice her archery skills on her little brother. Because in her mind, Katniss shot at people, and they were fine, the ones who survived anyway. She thought the arrows wouldn't really hurt that bad. She shot her 9-year-old brother in the chest. The arrow went straight through. She genuinely thought he would just pull it out and be okay, like in the movies. He didn't. He died before the ambulance arrived. May the odds be forever. Oh wait, they weren't in his favor at all. The girl lived with that guilt forever. No amount of movie magic can undo real-world tragedy. 8. The Saw Torture Challenge. Lockdown, everyone's bored, and apparently some people decided the best cure for boredom was recreating scenes from horror movies, specifically the Saw franchise. 2 guys in their early 20s in Australia thought it would be epic content to create their own Saw-style challenge. They built a contraption with chains and locks, and one of them would have to escape before what? Before a bucket of water fell on them. Hardcore, right? Except they made it more realistic by adding an electric component. When the water fell, it would complete a circuit and give an electric shock. Just a small one, they thought. They didn't account for faulty wiring, metal chains being excellent conductors, and the fact that they were absolute idiots. When the bucket tipped, the shock was way more than expected. Fatal levels of way more. The survivor got charged with manslaughter. His friend got a permanent Darwin Award. Jigsaw would be disappointed in the craftsmanship. Made it to the end? Your risk assessment skills are clearly functioning. Hit that subscribe button to keep those survival instincts sharp. Like this video if you promise never to try any of this at home, at a friend's house, or anywhere on planet Earth. Comment, I value my life if you actually learned something today. Look, I get it. Movies are inspiring, games are immersive, but there's a huge difference between fiction and reality, and it's called consequences. Hollywood has stunt coordinators, safety equipment, insurance, and most importantly, CGI. You have, well, gravity, physics, and a very real mortality rate. So next time you watch an action movie and think, I could do that, maybe just don't. Eat some popcorn instead. It's way safer and you'll live to watch the sequel. Stay safe out there, and remember, the only thing you should be catching from movies is entertainment, not ideas that'll get you nominated for a Darwin Award. Peace out, and please use your brain before you use your body.